Hello, this is Wes Hickey, Dean of the College of Education and Psychology here at the University of Texas at Tyler. And in this Texas education video, I want to talk about research-backed study techniques. So we do know a few things that do not work, and these are things that I know at least I grew up doing quite a bit of. One is studying in really long time frames in which there's a lot of fatigue involved doesn't really work. And kind of kin to that is the idea of mass practice, in which we just repeat the same thing over and over again to try to just get it embedded in our mind, or block practice, in which we look at just one particular subject and stick with it for long periods of time to try to really get to know it. We also know other things don't work. The idea of reading and rereading a text doesn't seem to work. Highlighting important concepts many times and going back and trying to reread them doesn't seem to work. And just reviewing notes. And really and truly, the fundamental reason these don't work is because it is really there to try to just get memorization and build the knowledge without necessarily understanding the concept of what you're looking at. What does work? It seems that testing works in a lot of ways. If you pre-test yourself, even if you get it wrong, it gives you kind of a pretty good idea about what you're looking for as you begin to look at the information. And similar to that is, down there on the third bullet, is self-quizzing. It's that if you self-quiz yourself as you go through things, you tend to remember it a little bit better. If you space out the practice to avoid fatigue, make sure you're at your best when you're practicing whatever it is that you're doing. That helps out, not only academically, but as far as athletically. If you do that, that tends to help as well. Is that trying to do things when you're tired doesn't seem to work and connect in your mind as well as it would otherwise. The idea of interleaving practice. Interleaving practice would mean you're studying one area and then you go to something maybe similar but requires a different strategy to figure it out, and you begin to work on it, and then something similar again and work on it, and those things create that deeper meaning and those connections that make things easier to remember over time. And then again, the idea of paraphrasing and reflecting on what you're doing. And again, this is something that will help you understand it at a much deeper level than you would otherwise. Bottom line, when studying, you do better if you do it in less time with more intensity. Research has shown that people that are making straight A's actually study a little bit less than everyone else, but it's because they're studying smarter and not harder. And if when you get in there to study, if you're not blocking out so much time that's going to create fatigue, but allows for the studying to be intense, then your studying tends to improve. And here at UT Tyler, let us know what we can do, and remember to inspire and educate, be an architect of human potential.